Was I muted the entire time? Well, anyways. Can you believe it? Holy. I was just muted the entire time. I looked to the right and saw I was muted. I went, really? Did I accidentally touch it while I was checked? Because I checked before going. I might have accidentally touched it before going, but I guess you can cut that out. That's fine. The VODs are okay. But effectively, it's 2 minutes of me saying that I totally screwed up, and we're totally fine. We're totally fine. But we're doing a photo day today. Is it up? Is it up? Yes, it is up. All right. Boom. Oh wait, no, this one. That one. That one. We're gonna do this today. All right. Finally. Oh, before I forget. Boom. Nope. There you go. And if we can get it to be a little more behind the scene looking stuff, then we're good. Boom. So that's the behind the scenes. You can see exactly what's on the actual thing versus what's actually on the picture. So we're gonna bring this back up. I'm gonna unscrew it. Push that in. There we go. Same with this guy. Boom. So let's unscrew you a little. There you go. All right. Now, all we have to do is take this. So we're going to put you down there. Put you here. Boom. So originally, this was effectively the photo. Boom. As you can see here, this was effectively the photo. But of course, we can't just take a photo like this. No props, no nothing in the background. I am thinking of putting some cards in the background, and that should be good. So we're gonna make a mix of cards, but we're gonna leave it on the periphery. So we have a bunch of cards here. These are from Bicycle, regular old cards, as you can see here. Boop. I don't know why. Hey, over here. There we go. All right, so regular old cards, nothing crazy. The reds aren't saturated on this, which is a little funny, but you know. It is what it is. This is a little too old school for the weird retro modern that we have, so we put that down. Holy, we are shiny. We are shiny as all hell. As long as we keep putting down, we're good. Oh, the jokers are somewhere here. Oh, damn it. Were those the jokers? Those indeed were the jokers. Those were the jokers. Boom. But let's remove those. But we can put these back in. Oh. They look like they fade in. Not gonna lie, they look like they fade in. Look at that. Boom. We're just gonna keep adding things on until they, they kind of just disappear. We're not gonna put one face up. We're just gonna keep going with all the one face down. Do you think black would be great? I think black would be great on this one. But this should be fine. Just keep layering it on until eventually we'll be fine, right? Eventually, all the light will be taken in by all these things. Okay, right? Boom. That little section there. All right, and we just need to keep going. Boom, 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 boom. Alright, there we go. So we're over here. Let's go. Boom. Why do we have this weird white section? Oh my god, we're just having this weird boom, it's shining into it. It's the shining into it that's a problem. I don't like it. Well, we have it. There you go. Boom, we're just naturally just dropping these things in there. They're gonna slide wherever they're gonna slide. But yes, that's pretty much it. We might have to adjust these lights because it is just straight up reflecting. Let's try. I don't think we're gonna get a decent shot here. Boom. No, we're not gonna get a decent thing there. Boom. And then boom. Ta-da. There you go. Yeah, that looks decent. It is a little hot on the top there. but we just have to move this around a little bit. We should be good. Boom. So with the cards, let's just move the cards a little bit there. Weirdly enough, that one section is fine. I feel like we have to go a little higher, a little bit closer to get that oomph from it, right? That's what I feel. Okay, let's see here. Let me see this. Okay, looking at it, it looks fine. Like I said, that right hand side just has a little too much reflection, but we can get rid of that a little bit by straight up taking care of this guy. Boom. Boom. All right, and the glare is much less. Let's go. Okay, all right. So in terms of focus, we do want you right in focus, right there. Boom. And then let's see, is Razor in focus? Razor better be in focus. Looks like it is. Alright. Boom. Razor is in focus. Boom. Alright, so the Razor logo is in focus, the 10th edition is in focus. We got everything in the background. Looks like this is fine. I do need to go a little higher though. If you go too much higher, it's not gonna be good though. Can't go too high, otherwise it sucks. All right, let's check this out. Let's see if this makes a difference. It might be a little too high, personally. Whoa! Actually, oh, that's not bad. That's not bad. That is not bad. I don't mind this. All right, we're doing manual focus, so we should be fine. And then we're gonna change exactly where that focus is, as you see here. Again, we want the Razor to be a little more visible here. Yeah. Boom. Boom. All right, look at that shot. It is crazy. It is off center though. It's off center a little to the left. You can move it a little more to the right. Shkaboom. There you go. That's crazy. Now we just have to straighten that out. Alright, so we have to straighten out. We do want the thing that we did previously. I can't remember where I put the rest of the putty. But effectively, we might just throw the putty every time we use it because they get dusty. And I gotta use all of this putty. That way I can get a new one. Alright. Holy. Oh. Okay. So if you're wondering what I'm using, it's literally just poster putty. It's meant to hold posters up a wall. However, what I'm doing is I'm using it specifically to be able to lift this mouse into a very specific position that I want. So you just take it, you can squeeze it, do whatever you want with it because they are malleable for the most part, right? I'm just gonna stack them in a really big stack, right? And then I'm gonna arrange the mouse. I'm gonna tilt it slightly this way. That way it makes a lot more sense. So we're gonna do that. And we're gonna just place it on top of what it used to be on. And it will be fine because it's poster putty and it will stick. Need more poster putty on the right hand side there. The downside with using poster putty is it leaves residue on something like a mouse. So I won't put it in any of the surfaces that are normally shown off, like the top. But the bottom should be fine. The hard part is, like, as you can see, this goes on to the skates, which is not a good thing because that affects the skates' performance. However, since we're going to be cleaning it off afterwards anyways, it should be fine. You know what? I'm just going to avoid it a little bit more. That way, when I do test this for the channel, it won't be the biggest deal. There we go. Boom, boom. I just need you like this. Then upwards, and then I need you to stay in that weird position, right? Boom. No, more poster putty. This time, we're gonna put some on the right hand side just to lift it up a little bit. Sometimes all I do is just put items underneath. That way it just makes sense that way. but sometimes it doesn't really work out. Boom. There you go. We know what we're shooting. We want it to be in that rough estimate. Maybe a little taller, because if we make it a little taller, it will be very obviously tilted versus not tilted. And I want the razor to be higher, so we're gonna make the putty so that it does that for us. So we're gonna lift it. All right. I'm gonna take this guy. Hi. I'm gonna take you. I'm gonna push it there. There we go. 1, 2, and 3. Oh. And then we're gonna push down. Boom. And then you push down in order to engage the putty, and then we can move it the way we want. There we go. Is it the way we want? No, I need to tilt upwards a little bit more. So we're gonna push the bottom down into, there we go. That's the way I want it. Boom. That's the way I want it. It's not a pure top down in the sense that it is at the bottom, but now we're getting a lot of glare issues. So what I'm gonna do is gonna take this little box here that I'm using as negative fill. I'm just gonna raise it, as you can see. So it changes how that looks, because I don't like that little reflection on the right hand side of the mouse. Or left hand side, not right hand side. This is my right, is the bottom left. All right. In order to do that, all I need to do is increase the height of that thing. All right. So we're gonna increase the height of it. Of this yellow thing. Oh, yellow's fine even if it does reflect, because we have a bunch of yellow and reds in the bottom. Oh. Maybe we do get it this way. There we go. Boom. We're gonna slide it just enough to cover it. Alright. Yeah, that doesn't matter. Boom. So as you can see, I want it to be dark in that bottom hand section as well. Maybe we just disturb a little bit of the cards here so that it reflects less of that light. Yeah, it's gonna be this part of it. So we're gonna grab that. Just grab, boom, nothing, right? Yeah, so we're gonna grab that. We're just grab black objects effectively and try to shove it in its face. Boom. There, around there, that works as well. Okay, and then, yeah, that's fine. I do want an edge light a little bit as well. Let's try to get a lot less of that shadow in. Like, I don't mind the shadow, but we're getting in the way of the light. Okay, so we can drop this a little bit. The problem again, it gets that angle. Okay, maybe we move it. Yeah, no, top right is just as bad. I'm gonna drop it a little bit more. There you go. So it's dropped a little bit more. You get most of the shadow on the right hand side. We're gonna just get it with fill, because we don't want that much to spill through. So we're gonna grab this guy in order to hold a nice little fill. There you go. Boom, we got a little bit of fill on the right hand side. Yeah, not that it does much of that shadow at the given moment. Okay, what if I do it here instead? Boom. Boom, alright, that gets rid of some of the shadow. It's not a lot of the shadow, but some of the shadow is getting negated. And all we did is, straight up, all I really did is put a reflector in that section. Okay, alright. So this looks decent. I would have probably put black in the background. We might go with black in the background eventually, but right now let's use this weird card idea, which I don't really think works for this specific mouse, because this looks too old. I think I can buy, yo, Page of Moths, how's things? Ooh, lighting, fun, yes, lighting on a matte reflective item, which is absolutely wonderful. Don't worry about it. It's crazy. It looks much darker IRL, not gonna lie. I might have to up the saturation and drop the highlights on it, but Who knows? I could always lower the lights. I could reduce the ISO a little bit, but right now I think we are exposed relatively correctly, other than this big white reflective spot over here. But as you can see, I'm using negative over here on the left hand side and a positive reflector on the right hand side. Yeah. You like the card background on its own, but the mouse doesn't match. Yeah, no, it does not match whatsoever. I like the color scheme. The color scheme matches. It's fine. But I'm thinking of going either white or completely black. Because if I use a neutral or darker color set of cards right here. So I think, boom, this might be the way right there. This really black stuff, right? I have a bunch of cards. This is one of the reasons I have cards lying around. Other than, of course, you know, I actually play with these cards. And you know what pisses me off about these cards? Is we were playing a bunch of poker at one point. And I kid you not, this deck kept getting pairs. It just, the board pairs every single time. It could be the kicker. It could be on the first 3 cards. But it will pair. Okay, but yes, let's put this aside for now. We're going to take a photo on this one, but before we take a photo, we are going to blow it out just to make sure that it doesn't have a lot of dust, because I'm already seeing dust and it's been just a little bit. We haven't done that much. All right, sorry, must have tripped over the mic cable. Oh no, but yeah. So basically, for the dust, you have 2 things. One is when you open the product and get the product, that's when you shoot it. You do not open the product until you shoot it, aka you wait till that very specific second, and then you should be good. You should be good. I just saw a piece of dust go on it. Like, what's going on? Oh my god. That, and then hopefully there's no extra pieces of dust that is added in, but of course it always does get added in. So a lot of it is just getting rid of it after post, but yeah, no, you got 3 little things. Yeah, no microfiber cloth. There is microfiber cloth, but on matte glossy surfaces like this one, what happens is you end up getting micro scratches that get picked up on camera more than it does your naked eye, which is why it's like, yeah. And every cloth will eventually gather dust as well. Same with this brush, but oh well, there goes that item. Yeah. But there we go. And we're gonna take a photo right now, just because this photo I think is gonna be a decent photo. We are lit. I just wish there was a dark piece over there. So what I'm gonna do, maybe, there it is grab, you know, any piece. Actually, we have a black item right here. Oh, we got the black item, and boom, as you can see, mostly black. Yeah, there we go. Actually, let's get the rest of the cards on the bottom, because I think it's just reflecting off of this surface. Yeah, I think it's reflecting off that surface. So if I fill it with cards, it just goes away for the most part. Boom. Yeah, see? You can see the reflection right there. The cards are going. Alright, so we got 2 lights. We got. I think we're too hot on this one, so we're gonna drop it a little. Am I stupid? Did I just change a setting that I'm not aware of? Hello, intensity. That is the intensity button, right? I can change this. Yeah, that is the intensity. What? So you're telling me most of this light is just that right-hand side? Cool. Oh, what is this doing? Alright, boom. I think this is good enough. There we go. Boom. That right-hand side. Okay, I think we're good. I'm gonna drop it a little bit lower. I think I might be able to go a little higher with the camera. So we're gonna go a touch higher in the camera. Just a touch. Right around there. Boom. Right around there. That looks about right. Okay. Okay. We'll just take the photo before I misconstrue myself. And one of the things I do want as well is to get that razor section to shine a little bit. So right there. Boom, that razor section. I want it to shine on both. So how close can I get without it destroying that image completely? Right there. Here, the right-hand side is a little too much. There we go. I think around here would be good. Okay. So we're going to hit the photo button. It'll be 10 seconds. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Oh, there we go. Boom. That's it. That's one photo. That's one photo. We're gonna take a couple safeties, and I think this right-hand side bottom is also a little bit more, how do I say, a little too out of focus. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna increase the f-stop. Right now, I believe it's at f11, which is excessively high. But it is product photography, which means most of the product has to be in shot. So we're going to increase it to f13. See if we can get a little more sharpness out of it. And then we can adjust our light accordingly. So let's move a little bit this way. I really wish I had a better camera that can give me lines so I can tell that I am in focus. It does look like I am indeed in focus. Yes, if I let go, I would be in focus. There we go. We got the razor. We got the sentinels. We are a little darker, so we might have to increase the ISO just a touch. Do you ever focus stack? No. I never focus stack. No. Mostly, I will admit, part of it is literally I just don't know how to do it. But the other part of it is quite literally, I want to get things as correct in camera as possible. I know that there are physics that don't allow it sometimes, but the closest you can get it. You don't have focus peaking? Unacceptable. I know, I don't have. Camera doesn't allow. The moment I put an HDMI signal to it, no more focus peaking. So in other words, it's either focus speaking or you guys get to see what I'm taking a shot of. In other words, when I'm at work, aka I'm just doing work and I'm not streaming, I get focus speaking. And it doesn't help that I have it set to red on a red item. So even if I don't, so this is great practice. Even if I don't have focus speaking, I should be able to get a good shot, right? All right, let's take this a little bit. Let's increase the ISO. You know what? We're not even going to increase the ISO. I think this is fine in terms of exposure. Even going a little bright, because it's easier to drop it down a touch in Lightroom or any photo editing software instead of bringing it up, because every time I bring it up, the highlights just get burnt, right? At least when it's lower, when you go up a touch, the highlights don't, you know, don't die. Right here, it was right here, I believe. Yes, boom. All right, okay, we know our position and we're gonna hit the button. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Come on. Boom. You've got into film photography lately and you don't have focus speaking either. Hey. Focus speaking, what's that? Okay, so we got a couple of photos. We got 2 photos in that exposure. We might have to increase it for the next one. But what we're going to do is we're going to grab these cards, because like I said, I don't think the vibe of the cards really match. It does have to be more techy. Unfortunately, the only other one I have is this guy. This doesn't look like it matches either, and neither does the dragon deck match. So we might have to go red on red, which, don't get me wrong, I kind of dislike. The other one I have is this design deck, which honestly is like not a bad deck. Oh man, where's my little knife? Boom. I just need you to open up, please. Thank you. There we go. Oh, ads coming in a minute. I'll open this. It should take a minute and a half. I'll be right back. I'll just drink some water and, you know, chill, because I don't do anything during these ad breaks. All I do is something tedious that no one really wants to watch, right? So I'll be right back. Oh, I'll drink some water too. Okay, looks like the ads have ended. Therefore, of course, we're going to be looking at this. Currently, we have the design deck, which is gold with red. That's not bad, but I don't think that matches either, right? Like, if you see that, it's an oversaturated one. I think the dragon deck would fit. The reason this is called a design deck is because of the cards, as you can see. Figure and ground. Hierarchy. you can still tell what the cards are supposed to be, but they aren't specifically speaking uh, showing off what they're supposed to be able to do. Okay, right. Let's go with the dragon deck. Let's clean this up. All right. But yes, no, I hate this deck a little bit just because. Oh, not this deck. This deck barely got played. It was the dragon deck that got played, and straight up, I was so peeved. At one point, I lost design principles. Indeed. Like, honestly, that's the reason I even bought the deck. I was like, wait a minute, these are actually useful. I can use it, you know? I could literally shuffle the deck and go, I wonder, what can I do? If I wanted to give myself a little bit of a project, can I get figure and ground as figure and ground as something that is the theme of this photo shoot, aka positive and negative space. Figure is an element in focus, and ground is the background on which the figure rests. By playing with the relationship between the two, you can direct the viewer's eye to specific parts of your design and create interesting and visual effects. Boom. You know, hierarchy, grid. Honestly, I used grid previously. Balance, right? Like, look at that. Like, come on, man. Like, this is crazy. Asymmetry, right? Rhythm. Honestly, I should have bought multiple of these. But honestly, it's one of those, how do I say it? Specifically, the spades are those design concepts. And in terms of, for example, the hearts, it's fonts. Hearts is regarding fonts, kerning, typeface, and whatnot. And then arts and crafts is clubs. You know, arts and craft club. As you can see, like, oh, I love that, how that design used to work, right? Right. For example, old Art Decos. Like, look at that. Like, come on, man. Back in the day, they knew what they were doing. There's postmodern. Like, what do you mean postmodern? And if you didn't know, in terms of being modern, what is it called? Shakespeare was actually called modern English. When they were talking in Shakespearean terms, it was called modern English. Like, what the heck? Color wheel. So color is diamonds. So when you're in diamonds, right? Tint, shade, and saturation, right? Hue and value. It's great. It's amazing. It's amazing. Okay, let's grab this dragon deck. Oh wait, we haven't even finished cleaning up. We have to clean up. Oh no, we changed the composition. It's fine. It's easy to figure out. We changed the composition. Boo! Changing compositions. It's roughy over there. Yeah, we can fix it. Boom. Boom. Oh wow. We're not lighting the background enough at all. Look at that. It's gray. That's white, man. That's white. Or it's supposed to be white. Not that it is currently. Okay. Woo. It is ridiculous. Okay. Now that we got that there, we are gonna grab these guys so we can actually increase the ISO. But first, let's make sure we know where we want it. We're gonna put it right there. Boom. Give it a little bit of headroom. That's fine. We're gonna pretend that this is a magazine shot, and we're gonna be absolutely knackered and fine. Oh jeez, we're gonna be absolutely fine after this. It's great. It is amazing. We're doing this for print. Yes, despite print basically not existing in this these digital products. Like, don't get me wrong, these are digital only products, and we're shooting as if it's for print. The good part about it, you know, is that it gives us flexibility later. Old English was so weird. It had those weird long S's. Yeah, S's. Doth thou thus there something majigger, whatever. Stuff things. Whatnot. Whatever it was. Right? Alright. let's just keep these things going. Yeah, there we go. So any reflector has little to no chance of showing anything. Let's go. Boom. There we go. There we go. You know, kind of. It does match a little bit, not gonna lie. You know? You love Prince? You love Prince? An album? Like Prince as in, you know? You like how it gets denser towards the top? Well, yeah, I mean, that was not intentional, but we'll take it. We will take it. Do you ever do something and you're like, oh, I meant to do that? Okay, alright, let's get to it. Let's get to it. Like there's a gravitational vortex around the mouse that pulls cards in. Yeah. Alright. Awesome. Okay, so we have a bunch of lighting. I still don't like how it's so reflective on those sections, but I get it. It is going to be what it is. Maybe if I took this guy off. Yeah, no, it's not a thing. But the problem is if I do take that guy off, I'm gonna miss my little reflector specifically for this right hand side. Is it? Yeah, I do need it. Unfortunately, but it also spills onto the rest of the freaking background. Boo! I hate it. I hate it. I hate it. Okay, whatever. You deal with it when you deal with it. Okay. This should be fine. We're not going to touch anything else, and we're going to take this photo as well and see how this goes. Because effectively, the reason we're shooting for quote-unquote print, part of it is literally because when you do that, it gives you the ability to crop into a 4x9. 4x9? Is it 4x9? 4x3. 4x3, which is for Instagram. So if you're doing a bunch of, how do I say it? If you're doing a bunch of stuff for the internet, you can still use it. Yeah. That's why I do it the way I do it. Because I can do it for print, I can do it for internet, I can do it for basically almost anything. Right? I press the button. Oh, it's a little much. It's a little much. Alright, there we go. Come on. Come on. There we go. Whew. For that top section. Oh no, part of me wishes that there was a little bit of light right here. Look at that. If I just had a light right there, that would have been nice. Look at that. Ooh, look at that. Ooh, it just pops. It just pops. Maybe around here. Okay. How do I do that? Actually, who needs a light in that section when you can do something crazy like what I'm about to do? Crazy, I tell you, crazy. Okay. Alright. Skaboo! No? How about a harder reflector? Let me get the harder reflector section. God damn it. God damn it. You know what I hate is that sometimes when I get the harder reflector section, it's just in a different place. Didn't Instagram images used to be square back in the day? Yeah. Yeah, they used to be square back in the day. But if you try to square this, like, good luck. Like, regardless, good luck. But now it's 4x3. Or 3x4. Whatever, 4 is the vertical length, regardless. Okay. Alright, so we can do that. That is actually relatively viable. Yeah. But as far as I remember regarding Instagram, they changed it years back at this point. We've been on 4x3 for such a long time. But yeah, if I had this a little lower, I might still be able to do square, but even then, it's kind of hard. After stream, effectively what I'm going to do is I'm going to try to take a lot of macro shots. I might try during stream, but sometimes it never really works out, because whenever I try during stream, I'm out of focus. I really need that. Oh, Jesus Christ. I really need focus breaking. Otherwise, I am kind of screwed. So one of the things I might be able to do is straight up buy an external monitor in order to actually get focus peaking. So I don't have to rely on this half the time or look at the screen over there. Yeah. You made one of those out of foil-lined grocery bag from Amazon Fresh. Nice. A foam core panel, but yours seems to be stronger. Yeah. No, it's one of those things where the reason I buy these things, I'm not gonna lie, is for the convenience, because I can fold it up and it has handles, right? So I'm not too fussed about it, you know. Okay. Boom. All right, let's see this guy. Where's the best place to put this? Do I just blanket it? Yeah, just blanketing it is actually fine. Not gonna lie. Because if I drop it, it's gone. Yeah, actually that's fine. It makes the text pop out regardless. All right, text is popping out, so we are good in that regard. What we can try doing is grab me this chair, right? We're just gonna place it on top. I have to buy more arms. I have to buy a lot more arms. Not gonna lie, I have to buy more magic arms. It's very magical to have those arms, and I swear to God, every time I run out, because I'm using 1, 2, 3 right now. So, yeah, I need more arms. If I can get more arms, the better. There we go. Oh, can we just not move the light? That would be great. Boom. Maybe not. Maybe not. Wait, we get a little closer. Yeah, a little closer. A little higher there. Yes. Boom. Oh, come on. Oh, come on. Don't fall. Don't fall now. There you go. Oh, I can just hold it. It's fine. It's fine. Boom. All right. So I'm going to hold this. And I'm going to hold... I just realized something. There you go. That might help it. Maybe if I put the weighted section up top. There you go. There we go. The weighted section up top. Yep. There. Oh. Right here. That's where we want him. That's where we want him. Okay. We got that. We can turn on this light. And then we take the photo. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. There you go. Boom. That seems to be the case. All right, let's hold you in the proper position. There you go. Proper position. I will take another photo because that was wibbly wobbly right there. Because it doesn't matter if you're in focus when your camera is shaking like an absolute madman. There we go. Right there. Boom. Whew. All right, so we got a couple of photos. It's amazing. I think I like the black background. However, I think the next one is literally just going to be pure black. I do have a black mat, don't I? Did I have a black mat? Oh, I no longer have a black mat. That's awkward. I need a black mat. That sucks. Okay, what black mat can I use? Okay. I mean, we have only 15 minutes. Alright, let's try to get a horizontal pick out of this. It's not going to be easy. Especially given how close we already are. So we're going to go up a little bit. Just enough. There we go. Boom. Just enough. And then I'm going to take these guys. Boom. Yeah, no, I don't think we can do it. We're gonna do horizontal. Please, thank you. Yes, horizontal. All right. And we're gonna do this. No, it does want to go up higher. It wants to go up higher. We are way too close. Way too close there. Yeah, we're way too close. Oh, and then we have a gap. There we go. That's a little better. All right, so we have a huge gap. Okay. Okay, this is not great. Okay, let's take all of this. Let's move a little bit of the cards. That way they're a little closer to each other. And we can do that. Okay. Then we can bring this in. Boom. All right. Looks like we're getting a bit of both of the bricks in the bottom. So we're gonna have to rearrange this guy a little bit. Alright, so we rearrange that and we can make him lean a little to the left. There we go. They are both gone. Let's see there, over here. So a little bit of that. We can move it slightly higher. Boom. Okay, we are still there. We are still okay. We are gonna move this a little bit forward. There we go. What are we seeing here? What are we seeing here? We're seeing that. That's fine. However, let's cover that with the dragon cards. Boom. Again, I don't like how this is just shooting that shadow to the right. So I need it to come a little more towards it. So I'm gonna pull this entire mat and we can move that shadow hopefully a little closer to center. Okay, and then yeah, no, but I'm gonna have to reposition it here, so I need to move this entire light a little bit more. Yeah, no, moving that entire light, I don't think this is gonna work either, right? As you can see, some of it's like peeking through at this point. Boom. Okay, so we don't have any of that green. We got a lot of negative fill in one section. The light is spilling a little to the right. I don't like that. We might need to diffuse it. Oh, right. I don't know why I was doing that. If I turn this off entirely. Okay. Okay, we're good. Take off this this negative. Add this guy instead. A little much. Dramatic much? We dramatic much? We're very dramatic. Look how dramatic this lighting is. Boom, such a dramatic lighting scheme. Holy. Maybe we bring this a little higher. Yeah, and then a little back. So we want it to be soft. But it's a disconnect. The problem is it's a disconnect. So what I might try doing is undoing all of this or taking all this, okay? Because the lighting's not bad right now. What I need to do is pull this entire reflector and make a big light spot in the back. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna flip this inside out. That's what I'm gonna do. Boom. Right, I'm gonna flip this inside out because that is what it has to be done. This is why I want more. Honestly, sometimes I wish I bought a smaller one, but it was like $1 difference for an extra foot, and I went, let's see what that extra foot gives me. It's called a headache, is what it is. That extra foot gave me a headache. Alright, we have this. Okay. We take this entire light. One whole, oh Jesus Christ. We're gonna take one whole light. And we're gonna take that. We're gonna make sure that we don't snag the power cable. Alright. And we angle this to be better. First things first, make sure we don't chip. Right. Boom. We're gonna point it in. Alright. Turn this on. And we're gonna go max brightness, because that's kind of how you gotta do it. Gonna go max brightness. Boom. As you can see, it's a really harsh light. And then we're gonna go zgaboom. I think this is where we're at. Yeah, there. No. It's fine, but maybe closer? Make sure I don't hit anything here. Yeah, closer. Yes. Yes. Look at that. Look how close I'm getting. Oh. Oh. There you go. We're going to take this as the photo. Alright, so we know our position. We're going to put it right here. Right after we click the button. We will click the button. Okay, we will click the button. But we will arrange it a little bit first. We need to move it a little lower. There we go. Yes. Yes, I think that is it. I think we are good. Yep, I think we're good. Okay, we're going to take this shot. It's going to be 10 seconds. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. There we go. Boom. Oh, Jesus Christ. Almost tripped through that wire we said we weren't going to trip over. Alright. Gaboom. We got a bunch of awesome looking photos. Not gonna lie. I don't like how the bottom section, like if you look at that top section, it looks like such a nice light. And then you have this thing. Like, what the frick is that? Do I make a warm light at this point? Because like look how nice it bounces off, right? Compared to this guy. If I do this, actually that was the photo, wasn't it? Was it? Was that? I thought it was this. You know what? I think this is fine. I think the photo went well. Alright. I think we're out of focus though. So let's focus properly. Because we didn't focus properly. We moved the camera and we didn't focus properly. I'm an idiot. I was about to say we. Huh. We? What we? You mean you? Yeah, we're out of focus. Look at that. We have a dope photo out of focus. Imagine. Couldn't be me. Boom. Boom. Now you got it. Oh. You? Yes, you. You a little bit. And then you can hide the rest of the cards. There you go. Boom. Alright. Another photo. One more. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Boom. Okay. We're gonna have to move a couple of things. Part of which is because you can see the brick in the bottom there. Ah! Oh, why do I do this to myself? Boom. Alright. I really have to have smaller stands. Boom. Boom! There we go. We got photos. Softer the light, the better. Okay, so we got those. Now we're gonna take another photo. We're blasting this light as hard as we can, and we're gonna make sure it goes through. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. There we go. Hallelujah. Hallelujah. It's called a reflector. Unifies the lighting. Yeah. Right? You mean the diffusion panel at this point? Look at that. Look at this big diffusion panel. It's basically, it's not sheer. Don't get me wrong, it's not sheer. But it's not like you can't see through them, as you can see. Woo! Okay, there we go. So much better. Oh, look at the difference in temperature of the two lights. The spotlight is literally white. It's a bright white. Meanwhile, it's a warm white on the rest of the device. Okay. Boom. We got that. We're gonna get our nice little center image, center focus image. But yeah, no, I like how this looks for the most. Oh, I don't like how it looks. I lied. I like how this looks for the most part. That looks a little too tailored. Boom. Same with you. There we go. Now we have a little gap in between. Boom. Boom. The less you look like you try, the better. Boom. The bottom. The bottom has a weird shmoo. Yeah, and then the right there. Okay, one more. One more. One more. But yeah, it's such a difference in the lighting. Like, that's all it takes. Boom. 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 Oh, the fan is going. I can barely hear it. Oh, it is audible. It is audible. I don't think it's gonna be. I don't think you're gonna pick it up on a mic, but it's definitely audible. All right, one more. One more. We rearrange the cards. Let's make sure the cards don't have anything on. Wait. What is that? What is that? Oh, we caught it. Let's go. Okay. Anywhere else? Anywhere else? No. No. Okay. No. All right. Let's do this. Boom. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. There we go. Boom. Such nice. All right. There, we got there. We got there, guys. We got there. Okay. And all of those are like small changes. Oh, man. Oh. Boom! This is why I like this thing. This is why. And if you really wanted to, you can just do this. But no, it doesn't help. Cool. And for example, boom. You see this reflector? None of that. We could have used that. We could have gotten a hotter shot. Boom. Oh, a lot hotter. Look at that. Boom. Oh, it's bouncing. Oh, it's bouncing. You know what? Just for the heck of it, let's see what that looks like. Let's see what that looks like. I kind of want to know, because this is going to be a more concentrated one. Alright, ad break is over. But yeah, I kept seeing light blobs for hours. after you flash yourself with lights. Did you look directly into the actual flash for that one? Or what happened there? Because I've never looked into I've always looked into a flash directly, but specifically off of those old time cameras where it had on camera flash, and it was the hot stuff back in the day. Oh my god, it's exposed. It's not dark as all crap. You can see the colors, but everything behind it, you can just see all of the colors just get crushed in darkness behind it, you know? It's like crazy. Okay. Yeah. There you go. But man, I actually have an old Olympus camera that I kind of want to keep and just go through. You put a reflector below the flash at an angle and thought it would just bounce the flash towards the ceiling. Oh. At least you got hit by the reflection. It bounces, it gets, you know, it gets cut roughly in half every time it hits a white surface. So, you know, you're good. You're good. Man, don't you love these Jokers? Like, damn, that's so cool. Such a lovely looking Joker. God damn. Made by Bicycle. These are dragon stuff. Yep. That's crazy. It's crazy. Alright, so we got this. We're gonna put these back. Holy. Oh, which one? I forgot which one. It's just an old Olympus camera. It's the onboard. It's like one of those EDC kit style ones. It's not even a proper, you know, take off the lens or interchangeable lens camera. It looks good, don't get me wrong. It looks real good. But especially for its day, like literally this camera has the same pixel density as that camera, and that thing is about 20 years old. You know, I was like, what? But yeah, it's not what started me down on this road, don't get me wrong. What started me down on this road was actually, weirdly enough, YouTube, which is like, what? You know, you got your Peter McKinnons, you know, you got your Matty Hapoyas, you got your little Tepos, yeah, you got your Peter Lindgren, you got your Casey Neistats, you know. So I ended up, you know, going down that rabbit hole for a little bit and, you know, wanting gear, and I'm like, yeah, well, you know what, how about I actually shoot something for once, you know? Alright. Okay, since we have all of that done, and as you can see, we have a really underexposed shot, as you can see, like this nice gray background. Oh, you know, we need pure white. We need a white background, like a white, truly white background. Oh, I missed some cards. God damn, I missed some cards. What was this? Oh, these were those cards. Oh, look at that. Damn. This is from the Bicycle Verbena series, or Verbena. There we go. This is, where do I put it? I put it over here. Air cushion finish. Damn. Which section? That was the front. Put it over there. Such nice cards. You know what? I might get some Theory 11 cards just to put in the backgrounds once in a while. But yeah, I normally have cards somewhere in the background. You have no idea what that's like. Verbena? What do you mean? You have no idea what it's like? What? Okay. Alright, let me see. Here, let me... Please work. Okay, thank you. Boom. Boom! Alright, so we got one. Yeah, it's a different. There's a huge difference. Okay, the highlight's a little too harsh, though. No, I like the original photo, because look at the spill in the background. The spill in the background is much harsher. Yeah. Discreetly hides lens collection. Uh-huh. You mean the lenses that cost way more than the camera? Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Yeah, like look at, oh, see, like that little toe in. Oh, that just changes everything. Alright. Alright. Oh my god. Alright. Yeah, the out of focus one. Here's the horizontal. If it wasn't for the spill, yeah, if it wasn't for the spill, it would have been a little bit better. But yeah, look at that one. Other than the dust, have to keep settling on it. Yeah. Boom. This shot right here. Oh, if only. You know what? In Lightroom, technically I could reverse it and vignette it a little bit. I can drop the highlights a touch, you know? That way it isn't too bad. And then increase the exposure on the mouse just a touch. That way it looks a lot more punchy and contrasty. But that's what it's gonna be. Alright. Normally, I would be doing that today. However, the problem is, yesterday, you wouldn't believe it, I forgot to put an SD card in the camera, so... Have you ever done that? You know, what pisses me off? The camera doesn't scream at you saying, hey, by the way, FYI, you don't have, you know, a card inserted. No, it just happily continues shooting. It doesn't warn you in any manner. Yeah, haze removal in the background. Yeah, no, that works too. Oh my god, that pisses me off. Destroy me. Wait, what? Yeah. JPEGs? What were we just looking at? JPEGs? No, that was yesterday. I took this photo shoot yesterday. This photo shoot happened yesterday. I had to redo it, all of it. When I realized I didn't have a card in the camera yesterday, I went, guys, we're not editing tomorrow. We're reshooting this entire thing. I was happy you would have never just touched that mouse ever again. Right? I was so peeved with myself. Oh my god. Oh my god. That's true. Yeah, but yeah, no, I'm gonna take some macro like next time, not this week or anything. I'm just gonna take macros whenever I can, because normally that's what I do. I would make a photo, I would do it specifically for for YouTube, and then once that's done, I'm gonna shoot a couple of macros. I'm gonna test the item itself, but you know, it is what it is. All right. Okay, it is past 11, so I do have to go do a bunch of work, so I'm gonna say bye. But yeah, all right, I'm gonna see you guys next time. Tomorrow is going to be Taos Principle, so I'll be bashing my head against that very specific game. I absolutely hate it. Don't worry about it at all. But at the very least, I think we're nearing the end. I think we're close. But then again, these are puzzles, so it could be much worse than it is. But I'll see you guys next time. I'm going to be back tomorrow, and then as usual, it'll be Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. It used to be the other way around, but you know. All right, have a nice one. Bye.